Hello my math friends, today we are going to cover algebra in MATLAB. So in the previous videos we covered basic arithmetic in MATLAB, covering addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the modular. And all of these were done in the command window. So today we're going to do the algebra section, not in the command window, although you can, but we're going to do it using we're going to do it in the script or live script. So here I have MATLAB open up, and this is the command window right here. This is where we did the first video of basic arithmetic. So for the algebra section, we can do it in the command window, but I would definitely recommend either doing it in the script or live script. Now the difference between the script and live script is that if I open script here, this is where I'm going to type all my code right here, and then when you execute it, so let's say I'm going to type 2 plus 2, yeah, just 2 plus 2. Don't worry about the highlighted plus, because in script, when you want to end a code, we would end it with a semicolon, so like that, but I'm going to remove that for now. So let's say I want to run this. I'm going to hit run section, and here in the command window it gives me 4. So this is where you'll type all your math codes here, and then so this is script. For live script, I'm gonna go back to home, or I'm gonna click on this. So now for live script, this one's a bit I personally like script, because here you can type your code, but you can also include text. So like you can include a title, a heading, any comments you want that isn't in the code. So here we can type our code here, like 2 plus 2. But if you want to add a title, we can go to live editor up here, and then this text right here, I'm gonna add a text. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of this line of code right here. I'm gonna delete that. And I'm gonna click text. And here I can type anything I want. So like, hello world. If you want, you can make this normal size. You can make it as a heading 1, heading 2, 3, and then or a title. I'll make it as a title, and then it will highlight it as it'll make it orange. So here I'm just gonna type for this video algebra in MATLAB. Alright, I'm just gonna hit enter, and then I'm going to add a line of code. So here, code, right, I'm just gonna click code, and then here we're just gonna type our code. And so this is pretty much, it looks like pretty much like Jupyter Notebook in a way, where you can add markdown text and lines of code. Just a better way of making your script more appealing, I guess. So first thing first, we're going to use MATLAB's symbolic math toolbox. That is where you can carry out algebraic or symbolic calculations, such as factoring polynomials or solving algebraic equations. Pretty sure the MATLAB you should have symbolic already installed. If not, you can just look up how to. On mine it already has. So we're just gonna move past that part. So we're going to just go straight into the computations stuff. So first thing first, the reason why we need the symbolic math toolbox is because we're gonna need to declare some variables. So we're gonna type syms, syms, and then I'm gonna declare a variable x and y. So just like that. So if you don't include sims, the SYMS and then XY, if you don't include that, you just type X, I don't know, X plus Y or something like that, they're gonna, and then when you click enter or run the code, you're gonna get an error that says XY are not defined. So it's important to add this first line. So next, we're gonna do some simple commands, such as, let's say, the parentheses. So we're gonna say x minus y times x minus y squared. And then let's see what that gives us. So I'm just gonna run section right here. So apparently I did not have symbolic math toolbox installed. I thought I already did. I think it's because I just updated my MATLAB version, so I guess it didn't carry it over. So I guess I'll show you how to install the symbolic math toolbox. So I'm just gonna click, since I need symbolic math toolbox, I'm just gonna click it, this link right here. And it'll take me to the add-on explorer. And I'm just gonna install it. Alright, so once you successfully installed Symbolic Math Toolbox, you should restart your MATLAB and open this page right here, and it says installed. So I think we're good to go. So I'm gonna go back and click new live scripts. I'm gonna start over here. So when covering algebra in MATLAB, it's important to address both basics and advanced topics to help users understand how MATLAB handles algebraic operations. So we're going to first cover basic algebraic operations. So in the last video I did addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So here I'm going to pretty much do a recap of that. So I'm going to define, for example, I'm going to do I'm going to create a variable a is equal to, let's say, 5, and then you end this with a semicolon, and then b is equal to 3. And so with this we can do some addition. So we're going to say, I'm going to call this sum is equal to a plus b, right? And then we can do difference, take the difference, or subtract. We can do some subtraction. So difference is equal to a minus b. We can take the product, which is equal to a times b. And we can do division, which is we can do a divided by b. So if I run this, we get the results. So 5 plus 3, we would get hopefully 8. It's loading. Oh right, let's not use semicolon because it doesn't show the results. Alright, there we go. So now sum is 8, the difference is 2, the product is 15, and the division is this number. So that's like the easy arithmetic that you can do. So I'm gonna create a new line. So I'm just gonna type the percent symbol twice and then click enter, and it takes me to a new line. So next we're gonna do let's do solving linear equations. So for one variable linear equations, we're gonna use the solve command. So first I'm gonna define I'm gonna implement the sims package, and I'm going to declare a variable x. So I'm going to first create an equation. So eqn is equal to 2 times x plus 3, and this is equal to 7. So the goal of this is to use MATLAB to help solve what x should be to make this equation true. So like what number times 2 plus 3 gives me 7. Of course, you can do this in your head, but I'm gonna let MATLAB do it for me. So to get the result, I'm just gonna call this SOL for solution is equal to, we're gonna use the solve command. So solve, and then I'm gonna put EQN. I want to solve this equation right here, and the only variable that I have is x, so I'm going to put x in here, and I'm going to run this, and this should give me, I believe, x is equal to 2, or solution is equal to 2, and yes, it does. So that's what you can do. You can solve linear equations. All right, on a new line, we can do matrix algebra, such as matrix addition, subtraction, matrix multiplication, and taking the inverse of a matrix. So I'm just going to do a basic one because this can be its own separate topic. So I'm just going to create a matrix A is equal to, and to create a matrix, I'm going to use a bracket, which is next to the key, the P key. So I'm gonna create a bracket, and I'm just gonna type the entries. So I'll just do a basic one, just like a simple 2x2 matrix. So 1, 2, and then so the 1 is the so this is gonna be the so this is the first row, 1, 2, with columns 1, 2, and so it's a 1x2 matrix right here. So to get the 2x2, I'm gonna add a semicolon, and then just type 3, 4. So if I run this, let's see what A looks like. So hopefully this gives me a 2x2 matrix. Yes, it does. So here we have the first row 1, 2, the second row 3, 4, and then we have the first column 1, 3, and the second column 2, 4. So this is how you would type it in MATLAB. So just to get a new row, you just include the semicolon. So that's my first matrix. I'm gonna create another matrix B, and it's also gonna be a 2x2 matrix. So I'm gonna call this 5, 6, semicolon 7, 8. And if I run this, hopefully that gives me what I was looking for. Yes, a 2x2 matrix. So now with this, we can do some basic matrix algebra. We can do addition. So matrix A times matrix B. I'm just going to type A plus B, and let's run that. And that gives me a new matrix with entries 6, 8, 10, 12. So that you add the 1 and the 5, you get the 6, the 2 and the 6, you get the 8, 3 plus 7, you get the 10, and the 4 and 8 gives you 12. And that goes with subtraction. So we can do A minus B and run that, and you get these numbers right here. And for matrix multiplication, we're gonna use we're just gonna type A times B. Now, when we get more in depth into MATLAB, there's another way of multiplying. It's called an element-wise multiplication, which pretty much multiplies each one element corresponding to the other element. I'm just gonna do A times B, and so that should give me, let's see, 19, 22, 43, 50. So let's see what happens if I do the element wise, which is A dot times B. And it gives me a different matrix. And we can't, and for division, we can't divide a matrix by a matrix, but we can take the inverse of a matrix, which we would use the INV command. So we can do the inverse INV of matrix A, and that would give me this new matrix right here. So we can take an inverse of the matrix, we can multiply, either multiply two matrices, or you can do an element-wise multiplication, multiplying each element by a corresponding element. You can subtract an element, subtract a matrix, add a matrix, and so on. So that's pretty much the basics of matrix algebra. And lastly, some of the common algebraic functions that we have are factorials, exponentials, and logarithms. We can compute the 5 factorial, so we can use the factorial command. So just type factorial of 5, and we print that. It should give you 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 120. And for the exponentials, you can just type exp of, let's say, that should give me just e, right, which is 2.7. That's Euler's number, so that's what we got. You can take the natural log of a number. So for natural log, MATLAB uses log. So you just type log. So log is pretty much the natural logarithm in MATLAB. So log of 10 would give me, let's see, 2.3026. So whenever you want to take the natural log of a number, it is a log in MATLAB. So that's just a basic intro to the algebra in MATLAB. So in the next video, we're going to cover just variables, managing variables, declaring variables, all that. And so yeah, let me know if this helps, and thank you.